Hi Virgo, this is Marianne from Revealing Light Tarot, Astrology and Spirituality. How are you? Wherever you are in the world when you're watching, huge shout out to you. This is for your sun sign, rising sign, or if your moon is in Virgo. This reading could be for you. I'm looking at April 2022. It is a general reading, so if it resonates, please claim it. If not, move on. Come back to it at a later date. It might make more sense then. Sometimes my readings get quite deep, and when they do, I know that I am channeling, and it may not. As I said, it may not be for everybody. It is a general reading. I could be speaking to a number of Virgos or groups of Virgos. But suffice to say, if it does resonate, use your own intuition and see if these messages are for you. I don't do personal readings, so a number of light workers, readers, psychics, clairvoyants have been targeted by scammers, their identity stolen, and people masquerading as them. That has occurred on my channel, and I block and report. Please do so. If anyone approaches you for a reading, it is not me. Block and report them, and that way we will clean them up, and put the fraudsters in where they need to be, which is in the bin. All right, so block and report. I don't do personal readings. All right, let's get started then, Virgo, and see what's coming up for you for the month of April 2022. April 2022. What's happening for Virgo? Some of you are crossing swords with somebody else, and I feel that you have a lot of aces in your pack. It's like if you lose something, don't worry, because you've got plenty more where that came from. It's like you've got a fistful of resources. Let's just put it that way when it comes to a difficult situation. So if you find yourself having to deal with, it doesn't matter what it is, it could even be property maintenance, you do have the resources needed to handle that. Let's see if I can get some more on that. Virgo, what's happening for Virgo in April 2022? Some of you are creating something. I'm seeing a blank canvas. So it's almost like you're writing, it's figuratively, you're writing some kind of story. Is that an ending to a story, or is that a new story, a new cycle? Let's see, Virgo. Okay, let's firstly draw you an oracle card. I'm using the Queen of the Moon Oracle by Stacey DeMarco as an overarching energy card. Then I will drill down with the Light Seers Tarot for anyone wanting to know about my decks. What's occurring for you, Virgo, in April 2022? Yes, I'm just hearing planting seeds. So there is something new that you're trying to, or are, or beginning to think about creating, and it is a new chapter. Well, actually, it's more than a new chapter. It's a new story. It's a new story in your life, Virgo. What's this occurring now for Virgo that I'm picking up on, Spirit? So we have assessing. Okay, assessing. This could be where, even down to, number 9, we're getting close to the end of a cycle here. This is scouting for something new, new horizons, could even be travel, something, you're looking for something new. Is that the next opportunity? Number 12, boundaries. Okay, so it could be, where do you set the boundaries? It could be boundaries literally, because I'm getting for some you're surveying, as in property surveying. Boundaries, you could be thinking about buying land, for example. But in another sense, this is about putting up boundaries. And again, we see this person looking in the telescope and assessing, where should you put the boundaries up? Is that what you're deciding? Fear. Interesting. Fear. This reminds me of the Eight of Swords in the Tarot. It is fear of your own making. So perhaps you're looking at a fear that you've had in the past and you're deciding not to go down that track. Perhaps you're realizing, perhaps you can see beyond your fears. Now that's a real message I'm getting for somebody. It could even be about a relationship, a fear about a relationship you're in. Now this is a portal number. So it's number 11, angel numbers. So I'm thinking, or the connection with the divine. So what I'm thinking, I'm seeing here for some Virgos is you're realizing that there's that saying, there's nothing to fear but fear itself. And now you're getting that out of the way. You're looking beyond the horizon to what's the next chapter? What is the opening chapter of my next story? Patience. Okay, patience. This lesson, what has this lesson taught you? It's taught you about patience. And you should look at the reading I did for Taurus, because that was all about waiting for something to come into alignment. I'm reminded again, and I'm saying this a lot, about the value of divine timing, about not trying to push against divine timing. There's growth here for you, Virgo, and the divine masculine. Growth here, and this conquering of the fear gives you peace in some way. These are deep cards for earth energies this week, or this month I should say. All right, let's drill down, Virgo, and see what this is all about. Conquering your fear. And then being free then to see a new chapter, a new cycle, a new story for you. Okay, April 2022. What's coming up for Virgo? Creation, newness, conquering fear. Understanding that if you're being challenged, you have plenty of resources to face challenges. Virgo, April 2022. What's coming up for Virgo in April 2022? King of Wands. This can be a fire sign you might be dealing with, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo energy, but this is more about you. Wherever there's fire in your natal chart, it speaks to me that you're using your power wisely. This is, this fire energy, stepping forward, courageously conquering your fear. And we've got the Chariot. So it seems to me you might have been holding back because you didn't want things to go too quickly. You were a little bit concerned that things would go off the rails, that things would go off the track. But somehow there's a shift here. Doesn't matter how quick or unruly the journey gets, you're up for it. Foundation of the reading is the Six of Cups. The boy becomes the man. There was that masculine card. Even if you're female when you're watching this, we both, it's genderless, this reading. We have divine masculine, we have divine feminine. We have both yin and yang in our energy fields. The Six of Cups, something about the getting of wisdom, something about moving in to your higher self. And I'm just getting like a real heat off that, moving, you've ascended or will be ascending in some way, moving into your higher self and understanding. I can be, as a female, I can rail against that masculine brute force type energy, or I can look a bit harder and see the divine masculine. It's the same thing with you. We don't need to fear or be insecure about what triggers us in people generally, when we are rising above the fray. It's healing energy, I feel. Death and rebirth, Scorpio. This is in the past, and this is the ending of an old cycle. death and rebirth. You've let something go, or you are letting something go. What are you letting go? Fear. What's crowding this reading? The Knight of Wands. There's a lot of happiness because it's like you're suddenly rediscovering your passion and your motivation, which has been, I have to say, Virgo, in the last few months, decidedly absent. You may even start a new project. It's when you are at your best, when you're working on something. Remembering Virgo rules the 6th house, along with your ruler Mercury. And it's all about work. It's all about service. It's all about the detail. And it's also about your health. So you could feel flat when you don't have that motivation and passion for the work that you do, whatever the work is. You could be retired. And I would hope you'd still have goals and challenges and things to do, places to go, dreams to accomplish. That's the kind of energy coming back to you. The Ace of Wands in spades. In the immediate future, a new project calls. A new project has your name on it, Virgo. This is good energy. 4 of Pentacles, letting go of the insecurity. Could be insecurity around money as well. We let our insecurities dominate to our detriment. You know, we think we've got to hold tight to financial resources or, you know, whatever we're holding tight to in our insecurity, and it just robs us of our joy. So the Page of Swords, yeah, light bulb moments. You are rediscovering not only your motivation and passion, but you're rediscovering courage in a way through enlightenment. You know, it creeps up on us. You know, we fall into these habits, and then suddenly we realize, generally through a painful experience, just how far we've strayed from who we are, often from who we are. 7 of Wands in the hopes and fears. No need to defend yourself. No need for self-defense. It's not always about crossed swords. You've got more than one sword. You've got many, many resources at your disposal. High Priestess. Okay. Intuition. This is connection. Look at that sublime connection to spirit, to the divine. Connection with spirit, using your intuition, just your inner knowing, using your inner knowing. And there's a miracle or wish fulfillment. You're so positive. You're rediscovering your positivity in April, I feel. And as a result, you could even be manifesting some miracles. Yeah. Including in your closest relationships, the 2 of Cups. Oh, that's a positive reading, Virgo. No matter what situation this is, it's like you're rediscovering joy in life in a way. And for some unattached Virgos out there, you could even be meeting somebody. For those that are attached, relationships are accentuated. We have healing and moderation, temperance. The 6 of Wands, victory over what? Walking away from what no longer serves you, Virgo. So it's a good month for the Virgos I'm speaking to. I'll be back again. Thanks for joining me, where we will look at your May tarot scopes. But for now, thank you.